what we have here is basically what's going to help our department get accredited by ABET. What we have is a survey management system here with a model view controller. What's going to happen is the user logs on to the web. Well, before I go through that, let me talk about what's going to be happening. So basically, the teachers are going to be creating surveys for the students to answer, and this is going to basically figure out whether or not we're meeting certain outcomes. And they're given to us by ABET. And let me read one for you. Let's say, an understanding of professional, ethical, legal, security, and social issues and responsibilities. And this is dealing with our courses throughout our computer science education. So those are basically, that's a sample of some of the questions we're going to have. Basically, the teacher's going to log on. They're going to choose course, the section, if there's more than one section, because it's possible that there's teachers teaching the same course, the number of students, the faculty, so we're going to give our name, who that teacher actually is, the semesters, spring or fall or summer courses and stuff like that. Then we're going to go to year. You're going to hit submit. That's going to dynamically generate a survey. The teachers have already previously chosen the outcomes that they want to be put into the survey, and this is our matrix up here. So if you teach CSC 110, I believe Dr. Way, you teach that, right? So you've chosen B, D, F, and I for your course. So if the survey comes up, all that's going to happen is this question, and not all of them, uniquely identifiable questions. So it's going to just come up B, D, F, and I. And underneath it, there's also specific questions that she herself has written in to test the students. So one here is how well one can use the big O notation and theta notation to give asymptotic bounds on time complexity of algorithms. So the student would then answer excellent, good, average, poor, very poor. And what happens is that gets put into the database. So all the students take these surveys. Well, let me go back a step. So once the teacher hits submit, what happens is for the number of students, there's that number. So say we have 10 students, and there's going to be 10 IDs dynamically created specifically for that course, so that nobody else can log in, nobody can alter the data, nobody can put in false information. So that's going to be emailed to the professor. That's also going to be shown to them right there when they create the survey. So they're going to have backups. They're also going to be sent a link. They're going to distribute that to the students. They're going to log on in their free time or during a specific class period, I assume. They're going to go in there, answer the questions however they see fit. Once the answers are drawn in there, the teacher's going to want to go ahead and look at, well, how well it worked. So again, you're going to put in your course information, the section, semester, year, and instead we're going to put in our email, and then we're going to choose a survey option. We have view survey results, delete, and edit. Delete is obvious. We're going to just completely wipe out all the information we got, and we're hoping that that's going to be used with, in a just way, not going in there, figuring that your teacher or that your students didn't learn anything, going in there and deleting the survey and hopefully repopulating the data with good results. Hopefully that's not going to happen, right? So anyway, so if you want to edit it, maybe you decided B, D, F, I, maybe that's not enough. So we're going to go in here, and with a checkbox, we can check specifically which one we want. And to the left, we have the letter that's associated with it, and we're going to have a description of the outcome. And then down here, again, the specific questions that she herself has written, you can go in there, and you can edit them, click it, delete them all. If you don't want any more, add up to a total of 10, or do anything you want, hit submit, and that's going to regenerate a survey. The old survey is going to get deleted because we don't want any overlap. We don't want any kind of students who are exposed to one question and not the other question, because then it's not a fair evaluation. So that will be all reestablished. So once we actually have data in here, if we want to see finally what we've gotten, we're going to look at the view data, and it's going to pull up the information. It's going to show you your course, your section, and everything, so that you're sure that this is in fact the course that I'm teaching. This is the data I want to look at. What we're going to have is we're going to have a chart from Google API service. It's going to show a histogram of the people who answered excellent, good, average, poor, and very poor. It's going to be average in a point system. Excellent is 4, good 3, and so on. That's average. What we're looking for is an attainment of 75%. If that's not met, that means that the teacher has failed. They have not. I know nobody wants to hear that. But something needs to be done because the students are not understanding that question. So there's some, and for easy reading here, it's going to be in red. So you can scroll super fast, light speed, and once you see red, you know you got to stop reading that question, and then you got to see, all right, that's what I need to improve upon. And again, all these pictures are dynamically created, surveys are dynamically created, and so are the results. That's basically it. We have our database. Our students are stored in here. We have the course they're associated with, whether or not they've taken the survey, the section that they have, and the student or the email that's associated with the teacher who teaches the course. The faculty, which is going to have your names and your emails. The results, which are going to be the real important part with all the information, the values that the students have given. Our objectives are going to be, again, the specific ones that you've written in, and that's given to me prior, that's fed into the database prior to this survey being done. And we have our courses, which are going to be obviously all of our courses here. Our outcomes, which are the ones given to us by ABET. Our outcomes, the ones that are associated with each course. Our codes, which are going to be the excellent, good, average, and so on. That's all connected to each other, or to itself, to basically create what I just described. Any questions? Yes?
Isn't it supposed to be 70% and not 75% before we fail?
That might have changed, but originally
Changed like 70%.
we changed it to 70%. Okay, then this is an outdated version. Outdated version.
Two things. One, what do you have to encourage students to actually do this? I mean, if suppose only 20% of the students in the class actually do the website.
I suppose it is a problem, but I think a student would really enjoy an ability to give feedback about a teacher, anonymously. Whether it's good or bad, and I think the bad information is what we're looking for. So if you have a teacher, right? Because if everybody logs on and puts in excellent, well then everything is good. This system has no purpose. But we're looking for people who are putting in poors, averages, or very poors. So those are the kind of people that are going to want to log on and say, yeah, well I didn't get any of this. So that's how I feel. That
It's just that there a lot of studies have been done about doing student evaluations online. And that's one of the major problems is that
They just don't do it?
Is that they get very low student participation. The other thing is there any way to prevent the professor from seeing the results before they sign final grades?
No, they can see it as it goes along.
Okay.
Yeah.
But actually, I haven't told them the location, so it's a secret at this
Okay.
point. They don't know it.
That might be something.
So that they don't just go ahead and delete it, right?
Well, so I mean, you don't want I mean, nobody here would do this. But if a professor's getting all these, 20%, so they're am I going to curve this test? No.
I guess we could put a disclaimer at the beginning. May affect your something like that. Is that all? Well, that's it for me. Thank you.